Hi YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking about moon and third house. So the moon is how you are at the who you are at the core. It's your emotions. It's the side that nobody sees as, and the third house is all about communications and communicating and how you communicate with your friends and all of that stuff. So when your moon is whatever moon your house is in, it's where you express your emotions. It's where your moon sign is it's what category is like prominent. It's where you express it. So when your moon is in the third house, communications are influenced by your emotions. So you put the house of emotions, the house of communications, and your moon there, whatever day to day, whatever people that you see, all your communications are felt deeply, but they're all influenced by your emotions. You relate to the general public, you relate to your friends, you relate to your siblings, whoever you're conversating with, you can relate to because you express how you feel, and when other people express how they feel to you, you can relate to them and you have sympathy and all of that. So you have a talent for providing intellectual food or nourishment or kind of because you need stimulation for your brain. You need to communicate. That is like an action that you need to have because that is how you express yourself. So you accumulate knowledge over a variety of subjects because you have that need for emotional stimuli. You like to know more about things. You actually learn more about yourself through knowledge, and that's something that's like since you were little. Like the more you know, the more like knowledge is power in this house. So the more that you know and the more that you keep growing and expanding your mind, and the more you get to share what your knowledge about it is, the more that you find a deeper sense and that you find a deeper root connection to who you actually are. And whatever knowledge you accumulate, you like to share that information with others. And through sharing that information with others and through like teaching and all that, as when you like start speaking, you're like, oh, I didn't know that I felt that until I said it out loud. This is where this house, like, and this moon, that is a very common thing. The more you speak and the more you teach and the more that you learn is more when you know more about yourself. So everything that is publicly communicated about is profoundly felt in this house. You like things that are about the past because the past is linked with your subconscious mind in a sense. Like your subconscious and your conscious mind are linked together, and you always like to link thing and information together as well. You like to learn more things, but you like the deeper meaning of things as well. That's why you like the past. You might study things that involve history, archaeology, anything like that that involves past related things that you can connect with and that you can understand the world at a bigger grasp is something that you find really enjoyable. You have a hunger for education and a curiosity for more. So let's say you're learning about astrology. You need to know more about astrology. You always need to find more. You can't like necessarily stop there because like when you learn more, you link connections together, and if that makes sense, you like to like be that little, you like puzzles in a sense, like you like to link like what you learned in the past and then link it with what you're learning now and make sense of that. Your mind is constantly going. It's probably very hard for you to stop thinking about things that aren't superficial in a sense, because your logical mind, your communication mind, is linked with your emotional mind. So both of these are together. You know what I mean? So you like the more that you think about things and the more that you learn is the more that your emotions make sense to you, along with communicating what you know. Um, you constantly are changing your interest, your thoughts, your ideas, your beliefs. They're constantly changing, or they're constantly expanding, or you're constantly adding and subtracting your knowledge to them. Um, you're constantly thinking and linking. I already said that. Like you have more of a restless mind. It's really hard to kind of turn it off. When you need to know something, you need to get to the bottom of it to fully like be at peace. You probably like to travel locally. You like to travel with your friends. You like to travel with something that you can communicate with. if you're just doing busy work, let's say you're doing homework or you're doing your taxes or whatever, you probably like the TV on, you like the radio on, you like that other stimulation. You need a lot of that going so that your mind is constantly turning, your wheels in your mind are turning. You're comfortable with background noise. So you have a very retentive memory in that you grasp information and you retain it really well. It's very hard for you to forget things, especially when it comes to just knowledge in general, maybe not so much about like past things or what you did today, but when it comes to general information, you're very good with that. Along with the third house ruling communications is also rules the siblings relationship. So you either have a really, really good connection with your siblings, a really good emotional one, or you hate them, or like you might have some trouble and some difficulties with that. Along with that, like childhood friendships might mean a lot to you, or they might have caused you a lot of just like restless energy that you just can't deal with it because your mind is at a little higher level. Your mind is at a higher level than most around you. You can be very artistic because you feel everything profoundly. You take what you know. You're very good with your words. You're very good with maybe poetry, maybe writing, maybe just expressing yourself in a more artistic way because that is how like your emotions, how you express yourself. So you express yourself through things of communication, and art is a very good way of communicating. It's a way of communicating without verbally saying anything. So you probably look at an artwork piece and relate to it very well because in a sense you are very intuitive when it comes to other people's feelings and emotions and just how they deal with everything, picking up stories from the past of maybe their past issues and stuff, and you can in a way tie how you're feeling with another person's artwork or another person's poetry, things like that. Your decision making is tied with your emotions. You can be very indecisive at times because your heart and your mind are connected. Your conscious and your unconscious mind are connected together. So when it comes to decision making, your logical mind and your heart, they're tied in there, so it's very hard for you. You need to like also get second opinions on your decisions because that's how you like to that's like how you sort things out and talk about things and get to a conclusion is by through communicating with others. Yeah, that's it for this moon and third house video. If you felt as if I missed any or left anything out, leave a comment. If you think I did a good job, make sure to mention that too. Anything that you want, feel free to comment, okay? I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.